coffee exporters and shipping companies be aware of well-coordinated and connected thugs, some security officers, that's the key word in brackets, involved in highway coffee robbery. They stop trucks and accuse the driver of transporting stolen stuff. They handcuff and take them to secluded places and rob the coffee. My advice is get a security escort or escort car or travel during the day. And he does tag the Uganda police force. Hopefully they will take up that seriously. Thankfully this evening I do have AIGP Hassan Kasinje for us and with us. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Now let's get into these. Tell us more on what you're talking about here in your tweet. What more do we know?
Have had some cases being brought to me about theft of coffee in transit. You know, people who are taking coffee in containers to the sea, freight and shipping, you know, services. Some of them only have those services and they hire vehicles. They also hire containers in order to be able to do that. So far, 2 cases. One is happened on the 3rd of July around Mukono, around Chetume, where a container was stopped by these people, thugs, as I should say, robbers, I should even add, and stopped the vehicles. And, you know, they put it to the driver that is carrying, you know, unauthorized stuff, and they needed to go and check. They took him to that road, Chetume Road, and they parked somewhere. They had put him on handcuffs. This is according to his statement. And someone called in who opened, you know, there is a URA number on every container. And if you open it before it reaches its destination, it is going to alert people in the URA. And they are going to know that a certain consignment has been opened on the way because it has not reached its destination. And someone did that without anybody in URA knowing that it had been done. Story short, the coffee was stolen, sold here in Bugorobi, and fortunately the truck and the container and they are with the police. And the case is going on, is being managed. And my job was to warn people about this. I also know some cases that happen on Mutiana Road. Yeah, so people need to be careful and put in place contingent measures that can be able to forestall or mitigate this problem.
You seem to be very certain and sure that elements within the security apparatus in this country are involved. How so?
I am very, very, very sure, 100% sure. I've never said anything like that if I didn't have facts.
You also suggested the escorting of coffee. This can't be something that everybody can afford.
Yes, and not everybody can afford an escort, but I can tell you that if you are going to have a consignment of about 400 million shillings, this particular consignment I'm talking about is worth 380 million shillings. By the way, it was sold at 280 million shillings, and somebody is buying it, you know, cheaply, and he knows that this is clean coffee. People don't sell clean coffee here, and then you have some people buying clean coffee. Then you know that there is a lot of people within the chain supply movement. Yes. So if you are going to transport coffee or gold or anything valuable worth millions and millions, investing in a patrol, you know, not patrol, but an escort kind of car shouldn't be a problem. But there are also other measures, sincerely. There are measures, for example, we can be able to, at all times, you know, if this is your route, please, what's the problem of getting the the contacts of the police stations or any security agencies within that area. If there is a problem, then you should be able to sort of to inform them about the problem. But I also think that people who are dealing with this can have a kind of convoy system, so that then also be able to vary the kind of movements that you do, so that they are not known by everybody.